night. Heel turns crazy, face gets momentum. Captured every moment, endless venom. New champs, shock the crowd. Replay, breakdown, critics stand proud. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercations. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, break into night. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercations. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, break into night. No, bang. Microphone blazing, Grun's room, let's collide. Streaming hot takes, combat and overdrive. Yeah, chairs flying, bodies on the ground. Review last night's show, no holds unbound. No holds unbound. Smell the sweat, hear the roar, feel the pain. Taking folks in, dialogue insane. Nats on the mat, Vince is vendetta. Analyze the best moves, no meta. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, break it tonight. Heel turns crazy, face gains momentum. Catching every moment, endless venom. New champs, shock the crowd. Replay, breakdown, critics stand proud. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercation. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Microphone blazing, Grun's room, let's collide. Streaming hot takes, combat and overdrive. Yeah, chairs flying, bodies on the ground. Review last night's show, no holds unbound. No holds unbound. Bang.
Thinking over once. You can't lose, you know. I'm with the right.
Microphone blazing, Grun's room, let's collide. Streaming hot takes, combat and overdrive. Chairs flying, bodies on the ground. Review last night's show, no holds unbound. Smell the sweat, hear the roar, feel the pain. Tagging folks in, dialogue insane. Mats on the mat, Vince's vendetta. Analyze the best moves, no meta. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, break into night. Heel turns crazy, face gets momentum. Captured every moment, endless venom. New champs, shock the crowd. Replay, breakdown, critics stand proud. Raw emotions, no disqualifications. Table smashes, fierce altercations. Belt changes hands, crowd erupts. We dissect each drop kick, no one interrupts. Friday night fights, Grun's room delight. Hit the play button, commentary tight. Top rope leap, slams in sight. Podcast reverberates, break into night.
What is going on? It is the Grunmeister here, and it is another episode of the Grun's Room. This time on a Friday night. Once again, Hope you didn't hear that. This is another episode of Grun's Room. I am your host. I am the Grunmeister, and we are going to talk Squared Circle Expo. We're going to talk some stuff going on in WWE. We're going to talk about some gaming news because there's news on GTA 6. Do you think you know what it is? I'm sure by this point you do know what it is. It is another delay. We will talk about that for a short bit. We're going to talk about the Last Time Is Now tournament. We have the Viking Storm. What is up, Viking? He's here for adult activities, sir. This is not the place for adult activities, but this is the place to talk about pro wrestling and to talk about, I guess, video games for a little bit because GTA 6, I'm sure as you just heard me say, has been delayed again. Still probably going to come out next year, but at this point, probably will be $100. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the Last Time Is Now tournament because yeah, Viking, a whole nother year. We gotta wait. Uh, Look, I at this point, GTA 6 has to be the very last um GTA game. But we're gonna get more into that in a minute. But yeah, we're gonna Uh, again, Last Time Is Now tournament. So a few of the names that were speculated to be in the tournament have been confirmed, but they have been very slow to reveal everyone who's in the tournament. So they're really trying to make people excited for this. Hopefully it's going to be as exciting as well we hope it is. And before we get into everything else, be sure to tune in to everything IYH, everything in your house wrestling podcast. Tune in to the Monday Night Raw review, hosted by the voice Joshua Joseph, co-hosted by myself, the Blue-Eyed Villain, and the Chaos Goblin, Kevin Calloway. To the Tune in to the hot take. I think we're still doing that. Tune in to the new Wednesday show that's temporarily taking the place of Bouquet of Legacy, which is normally hosted by Alacon the Concept House, co-hosted by Divinely Designed Annie O'Neill, where they talk about women's pro wrestling and all the great women that have been in pro wrestling and have made the sacrifices necessary for the women of today to be able to do what they do at the level that they do it. But it is currently going to be replaced with a show where Joshua Joseph and I think Alacon are going to be talking about anime and a bunch of other pop culture stuff, like just for fun, just for your entertainment. And tune in to the ECW Watch Along hosted by the voice Joshua Joseph and Alacon, the Concept House. Last night they talked about one of my favorite wrestlers from the ECW days, specifically one from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the one, the only Dr. Stevie Richards. And I definitely don't have an appreciation for Stevie Richards that I think I should have. I got excited when he's from Philadelphia, yay! I don't have the appreciation, but it is really nice to know to hear that when Josh, he loves ECW. LD loves OG original ACW. And when he talked about Stevie Richards, he was saying like, "Yo, this guy was." He and Alacon were both agreeing. Stevie Richards was wildly underrated. I'm like, damn, really wish I had that kind of appreciation. But I grew up in a different time of pro wrestling. And then tune into the Sunday house party where we get crazy because you never know where the topics are gonna go. Now that I've done that I'm contractually obligated to do. What is up, Chad? What is up, Luna? It is great to see you guys, you and Viking. And I mean, it's going for me. Some dating drama for me, but there's some other drama going on, and that is with GTA 6. Once again, delayed. This time it is official. It will be 1 year from today, maybe, possibly, who knows. It was GTA 6 might be available for purchase for $100, and that's for the base game. So with GTA 6 possibly being $100 in a year, I've come to the opinion that, and I'm starting to more lean into this, that GTA 6 will be the very last GTA game ever. And it's not because I think it's going to fail. It's not because I think that there's no way they can make one that is almost as good, but the for how many years they've been working on it and for how much money they have poured into it, I've come to the opinion that GTA 6 basically needs to make GTA 5 and all the games that came before it look like they should be erased from history. Like GTA 6 needs to be wildly, outrageously unheard of in terms of how great and how amazing of a game it has to be to make the money back. Now, I think even if it's not that good, it'll make its money back in time, but not at the rate that they are hoping. If they make it, if they actually do make this the GTA game to beat all GTA games, to make every other GTA game look like trash, look like garbage, look like they're the worst games ever, or GTA 6 will make a whole bunch of money. Rockstar will make their money back, but I think they'd have to completely stop with GTA games after that. Uh, no, I do not need a refresher on that. I know exactly how to do that, and that I would like you hear you guys' opinions on like what do you think what do you think of my opinions? And hello, Serum. What is up, Meg? How are you doing? It's been a long time no see. Glad to see that you decided to jump in, take a look. We are currently talking about how GTA 6 is been delayed for another year. And my opinion is that GTA 6 will be the last GTA game simply because at this point, with how many years, how much money they've put into the game, I doubt for people and for it to be $100, most likely going to be $100 in a year. People are not going to pay for it if there's going to be is not going to pay. They're not going to pay for GTA 7 because GTA 7 won't be able to be $100. GTA 7 would have to be close to $200. Nobody like there needs to be some wild for because at that point the average person could not put that. They just said why GTA will never be. Really? What was the reason they gave? Because that is kind of curious. Unless the only way I could really they're actually they're actually upset. So what other countries have said because of the pew pew laws, they're not going to allow GTA or Rockstar to make a fictional version of their cities have pew pew laws. What? Okay, so they want realism, and they're like, it's not. Okay, well, I mean, look, if they want realism, then yeah, I guess they have to make. I guess they make a good point there, but like kind of. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. Like I get it. Like I don't hate the reason because it makes sense, but I mean, back to my point. Like I don't think GTA 7 is gonna happen. I think and I don't think that's a bad thing. There are definitely gonna be people saying like, oh no, they need to be making GTA games forever. Like why? At some point, it will be they have done everything they can to they've put everything in the game you've ever wanted, and now they're just doing it over and over and over again. And GTA 6 is probably going to be exactly that. When they finally put everything in the game that you've always wanted, because there's been heavy speculation that GTA 6 will have role playing capabilities the way 5M or Prodigy have GTA roleplay servers. And like if Rockstar actually put that in, that would be insane, and probably would help them to make all the money back that they're going to need to make and double their money, especially since now it sounds like they're taking a risk, which I think they're going to do pretty well with, and that is making a medieval RPG. This was rumored, I think, 10 years ago that that Rockstar were working on a medieval RPG, and I also know some people said like, "What? But there are no guns." It's like, okay, but you're saying Rockstar can't do it because there are no guns in the past. It's like, yeah, the RPG is old news. I mean, look, look, that was from original. That was originally 10 years ago. They nixed it back then, but those rumors have come back up again. So it's just new. Yeah, like 10, 11 years ago. That what those rumors first came out, and likely they were probably true because look, Rockstar have been involved in making some pretty amazing games. Red Dead Redemption, GTA, and also LA Noire, which while it received mixed reviews, a lot of people still saw that there was a lot of potential with LA Noire. And we're ashamed, where it was kind of a bummer that the story itself didn't really live up to the expectation. Uh, they probably did back off because of Skyrim. Um, LA Noire was a fantastic game. I wasn't too happy with how the story ended, but I thought overall I had really no complaints about the game. Gameplay was fantastic. How you played, how you won, I thought it was great. Oh yeah, they needed more DLCs. They had some DLCs, like one or two, but it was like, but each was like one case, and it's like the true story ended with the DLC. Damn, damn that. Okay, well, I gotta find a way to play it again, and get the damn DLCs. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Viking. Now let's get into some WWE news. Let's start with the tournament that we all really want to know about, and that is the Last Time Is Now tournament. Like the remaster on Rockstar Club. I have it. That's the problem. It won't work on my PC. I have no idea why. I haven't tried playing it in years. So who knows? Maybe they fixed something at some point and now it would work on my PC. Um, and if it doesn't, yeah, I'm gonna be sad. I don't have it on console anymore. Uh, and I had it on disc. What it, I might be able to find it on PS5. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But oh yeah, the launch was very buggy. Yeah, this wasn't the launch. Um this was like years after. This was more than a few years after the game actually launched. We got the boss house. What is up? Just finished talking about how I think GTA 6 is going to be the last GTA game. There is no way there's going to be another GTA game. Not with because either way, this game is either going to flop because of how outrageously expensive it's going to be and how people are going to be so underwhelmed by the final product, or people are going to people are going to love the game so much that that Rockstar will not be able to top it. With another GTA game. They just won't be able to. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm hearing somebody agree with me that this should be the last GTA game. Okay, because I don't think I've heard that, and we're going to talk about the Last Time Is Now tournament right now, and we have a few confirmed participants in the battle royale. Really, right now, no real surprises. But so originally, the original 11 that were highly speculated to be in the Last Time Is Now tournament. And for those that are unaware, who've been living under a rock, or if you're tuning in, you're not really a fan of pro wrestling. This is John Cena's tournament to determine his final opponent. And yeah, Viking, saying the Saints Row reboot, absolutely, they the original Saints Row stuff, like, yeah, it was silly. It was kind of, it was potty humor, but it was executed a lot better than um I hated Saints Row in the first hour two of me playing, and they really let you meet the characters and understand how the game was going to go. And I said no. 3 was really good. 3 was really good. And now let's so the 11 confirmed names that we did have were Dirty Dom, or speculated. Dirty Dom Mysterio, Sheamus, Rusev, Gunther, Trick Williams, Penta, The Miz, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Carmelo Hayes, Drew McIntyre, I believe, were the names that were confirmed. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. But those were the 11 confirmed or highly speculated names. No, and as you can see, there weren't really any names from outside the WWE. You had one from NXT, and then everyone else was either on Raw or SmackDown. Now we have 4 names so far confirmed for the tournament, as because their matches have been announced. Sheamus will be taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, and I believe Rusev. No, yeah, I believe it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus, and Damian Priest versus Rusev. So if I do believe are the official matches. Definitely, it's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, I am not exactly thrilled with Damian Priest being in it, but I get it. Like, Damian's kind of a big star right now, even though he's kind of simmered. But he's in a feud with Aleister Black, so probably find some way to weave that in, and Rusev gets a bye, or basically gets a bye. Like, that will definitely be interesting. But now, I've got some picks to fill out the rest, because by this, according to this, we would have 4 slots left in the tournament to fill, and the 4 spots I would fill them with are Joe Hendry, Obafemi, and then 2 stars from TNA. And I can't believe I didn't think about this, but I think this first one would be a good pick. Everyone, I know a lot of us have thought of Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth would be a great pick. I went the route of Frankie Kazarian and Matt Cardona. Now Frankie, yeah, he doesn't really have history with the John Cena, but Frankie Kazarian versus John Cena probably would hit really hard. Probably be a really good match. But obviously, then you have Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona, always ready. The former Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. These would be really good picks. And like, I can definitely see why they might not go with a Frankie Kazarian or Matt Cardona. It'd be the same reason why they don't go with Sheamus or Rusev. The same reason why they probably won't go with the Drew McIntyre or Damian Priest as the ones to win the tournament. In my eyes, looking if this is the roster or the list of participants for the tournament, the favorites to win are Dirty Dom, Gunther, Mello, and Hendry. Those are the favorites to win. Obafemi, I could if he is in this tournament, I don't want him to win the tournament, but I want him to lose to Gunther. That is what I want. If we have Gunther beat Obafemi, that is storybook. That is story for years to come. Where Obafemi, now he's been ultra dominant in NXT, but now he's faced someone who's equal to him in size, in weight, in strength, but that beats him in a very, very crucial category, and that is technique. Gunther is smarter. Gunther is more experienced. Gunther is just a better wrestler, which forces Obafemi to improve, to make himself better. That way, so next time he fights Gunther, he is 100% ready to beat Gunther. That will be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Now, a little bit less good news. Jacob Fatu has been attacked. This happened about 2 weeks ago now. And I have a concern for what they're actually going to do. If they did Cody attacked him, wouldn't care. If they, I mean, when I say I wouldn't care, I mean, be like, okay, fine. There's something there. You can tell a story there. Fine with it. Make it work. Or I think they'll be able to make that work. Randy Orton did it. Okay. Yeah. Good storytelling there. You finally start pushing for Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Sucks that it'd probably be that far away, but it would. But again, like, I don't think we'd be complaining too much. What we would be complaining about is if it came out that Solo Sikoa had his MFTs attack Jacob Fatu and they just decided not to tell anybody because they wanted to cause a little chaos. Like, great. You're just thrusting the MFTs back into importance, supposedly. Well, yeah. Don't, please, for the love of God, do not have the people that attacked Jacob Fatu be Solo Sikoa and the MFTs. Literally anybody else. Make it Swoggle. Make it Goldust. Make it an alternate version of Goldust. I don't care. Make it Ivy Nile. Anybody else but the MFTs. The MFTs have been buried. I have no faith in them. I barely have any faith left in the Wyatt Six. So you need to really pick somebody carefully to be the one who attacked Jacob Fatu. Yeah. I think Hornswoggle, whose real name is Dylan, is perfectly fine with just staying on the indies and going to indie expos or pro wrestling expos. Speaking of pro wrestling expos and a certain Hornswoggle, did you guys know that in March, at the end of March, IYH is going to be in Indianapolis for the Squared Circle Expo? And that's right. Hornswoggle is a Frontline Pro regular. Pretty cool guy. Because he He's from Green Bay, if I remember correctly. So it's I do believe that Frontline Pro is based in Wisconsin, Oshkosh. Okay, okay, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. But like I said, the Squared Circle Expo, they have released some of the wrestlers and pro wrestling personalities that are going to be at the Wrestling Expo. And Hornswoggle is going to be at the expo. Soraya is going to be there but only for Friday. So I'm definitely making sure that if I am able to make it to the Square Circle Expo for IYH, that I'm at least there Thursday. Annie O'Neill for front announces for Frontline Pro. Yes, she's been taking a break from podcasting for a little bit. And you know what? This can get a lot. We hope Annie is feeling well. We hope that she gets back into it and is 100% in the game, ready for everything. Annie's a great member of IYH. Very happy to have her. Hope she is feeling better very soon. Paul White, the Big Show, the Giant, he will be at the Squared Circle Expo Saturday only. AEW's Ortiz will be there all weekend, and Matt Cardona will be there all weekend. Kevin Nash all weekend. Jimmy Yang, aka Jimmy Wang Yang, the Asian Cowboy, he will be there all weekend. Isla Dawn will be there all weekend. Heath Slater will be there all weekend. Eddie Kingston will be there all weekend. By the way, Josh Joseph has a real problem with Eddie Kingston and Kevin Nash. So I don't know if you guys throw enough money at Josh, I think he's willingly going to get up in their faces and say some horrible things to them. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, he doesn't get arrested. uh, Basketball superstar and icon Dennis Rodman will be at the Squared Circle Expo for Friday only. And then the final two names that have been announced. Actually, no, that's not true. There have been other names announced so far. They just clearly have not updated their website yet. But other names that have been announced include, but first on their website, right? Carlito and Brian Myers have been announced for the Squared Circle Expo. Brian Myers happens to be the SCX Prime Champion. Nice on, very good for him. But we also learned earlier today, or over the weekend. Actually, no, it was earlier today that there are at least 3 others confirmed for, actually no, 4, I think, no, 5. Bandito is confirmed. His tag team partner Brody King, I believe, has been confirmed. Sammy Guevara and his wife Ty Mello have been confirmed, as well as Shotzi Blackheart have been confirmed. It does appear that they have not updated their website quite yet to add those extra names, but regardless, like, this is turning out to be an amazing opportunity, an amazing event with a few stars who, yeah, maybe in WWE they weren't quite able to become the megastars we all knew they could be, but you know what? They are becoming megastars right now on the independent scene, probably making more money than they've ever seen. I personally cannot wait for this event, regardless of whether I'm there or not, because IYH is having that opportunity to maybe get to meet all those wrestlers, all those personalities, get maybe 5 minutes with each of them. And yes, maybe even Josh. Well, us getting film of Josh and Nash interacting. Nash probably going to be a little annoyed and pissed off at him, but Josh would exactly push all the right buttons. And so I really hope Josh knows his limits, because we don't want Josh to get arrested over something so stupid. um, but what else we need to? Like I said, like this is a huge opportunity, which is why I'm like, I really should try and be there. I really should. Try and get out there, be there for the whole weekend. And then hell, if I got to take 2 days off from work, one at the end of one week, one at the beginning of the other, there and be there for the event. Hopefully it all goes as well as because 2026 could absolutely be the year of IYH. We are growing each and every year, but this is an opportunity because we were able to get a table at the Squared Circle Expo. We're not just buying tickets to attend, and hopefully maybe some of the talent are willing to let us make content with them. But no, we're there, not really as an equal, but kind of as an equal. Well, sort of. We were able to afford a spot. So I imagine we're gonna get some respect. Like, all right, you guys paid to be here just like we did. You did. And get some love, get a rub. Who knows? But the Squared Circle Expo, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge for IYH. It's gonna be a great event. I cannot wait to see what we're able to get out of it. With all that being not Viking, not that kind of rub, sir. Not no Viking. I just said it's not that. I'm not talking about that kind of rub. I'm talking about a metaphorical rub. No Viking. No bad Viking. Bad no. No Viking. You're being very bad. We're being a very bad, very inappropriate old man right now. Okay, cut it out. Cut it out right now because we are about to talk about tonight's SmackDown, which is going to consist of Chelsea Green taking on the WWE Women's United States Champion Julia, because Julia just barely surpassed has who is it? Chelsea Green's title reign, and is now the longest reigning Women's United States Champion at 132 days. And Chelsea is not happy about that. So Chelsea now wants to be the first and the fourth, and the once again longest reigning Women's United States Champion of all time. I don't see Chelsea Green winning this match. I see Julia retaining. And if it builds into a feud between Julia and Chelsea that is ongoing, I'm totally fine with that because it's probably going to be really good. Cody Rhodes comes out to talk about defeating Drew at Saturday night's main event after the extra stipulations that were added to the match, which included if Cody Rhodes was counted out, he would lose the title. If Cody Rhodes got disqualified, he would lose the title. All this because Cody Rhodes caused almost caused a count out, I think, in his initial match with Drew McIntyre the night Jacob Fatu was attacked, but then got disqualified by using a title on Drew McIntyre. So we're going to see what's next for Cody Rhodes. We hear for the first time from Jade Cargill since winning the women's champion, the WWE Women's Championship. Who like she needs to be a bully. Like I don't have faith that this is going to go well, but you know what? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Okay, good. Glad to hear that. Ilya Dragunov has another United States title open challenge. And you see, Ilya is a man because he won't care about who his opponents are. He truly doesn't. He just wants to prove that he's stronger than everybody else. And the only way he can do that is by being completely and totally unprepared for his opponents. And Charlotte Flair will have a one-on-one match with Nia Jax after last week, where Charlotte did a little bit more than help Alexa Bliss win her match against Nia Jax. So now we are likely going to see the same thing happen. This will probably lead to Nia Jax obtaining a tag team partner. I don't know who, I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know when. It could be Candice LeRae, but then that would mean pulling Candice away from DIY, which I don't think would be a bad thing, but I think there's a lot more potential with Candice LeRae and DIY doing stuff than Candice probably just being a one-off tag team partner for Nia Jax just for a little bit. Definitely not something I'm looking forward to. Ray Phoenix battles Talatanga in a one-on-one match. This is very much feels like this is leading towards a Survivor Series match. I really hope it's not a War Games match. I feel like Solo Sikoa was going to make this a War Games match. This will kill War Games. If War Games is the MFTs versus just 5 guys from SmackDown, War Games is dead. They can't do War Games anymore. They have to go back to traditional tag team matches or traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team matches, which is what we were hoping that they would do this year. But now you have to force us to accept that we're not getting a War Games match next year. And if we are, it's not going to be very good. This one is barely probably going to be decent. But not I'm not excited about this card at all. The best part about this entire SmackDown is probably going to be announcing at least 2 more matches for the Last Time Is Now tournament. That is probably going to be the best part. I'm not looking forward to it. WWE it's the holidays, it's the football season. There are a lot of other things going on. So it's hard to enjoy WWE right now. And it kind of goes this way every year. The John Cena stuff like that definitely is keeping people watching. The CM Punk stuff is definitely keeping people watching. You can maybe say Cody Rhodes is keeping people watching, but WWE could be doing a lot better with this. And you know what? They also said that they were bringing back tribute to the troops. That is something I heard that I thought for sure they were doing. Now it does not feel like they're going to bring back tribute to the troops. And if that is true, that is very disheartening. Because or at least they're bringing tribute. They were going to bring tribute to the troops back the way it originally was, where WWE actually would. They didn't just go to a military base in the United States. They went to a military base outside the United States and gave a show to active combatants for the U.S. military. It sucks that it doesn't feel like that's going to happen. With that being said, I think that is a good place to call it for the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you guys have a great evening, great Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great week at work. I will see you guys next week when we review tonight's SmackDown.